angels, and welcome back to AJ. Can you turn that down, please, a little bit? Yes. This is what I drink. Why I gotta close my door? Why you can't turn your stuff down?
If you're recording, you should want to go. Yeah, like. If you're recording, you should want to do.
Bye. Right. Anyway, as I was saying. Welcome back to Touch My Haircut Angels. That was my rude son and my bad dog. Okay? So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how I get... Lord, I forgot what I'm doing. Oh, I know what I'm doing. About how I properly bleach knots. So I've been getting questions and a little bit of DMs on my Facebook page about, Ty, how do you bleach knots? So let me give you a little background. When I first started, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I was watching YouTube videos and I was bleaching the knots on the closures and the frontals, and I was wondering why the top of my black hair or a natural color hair would be blonde. Well, guess what? I didn't make my consistency thick enough. Shout out to Dallas, my homegirl Dallas. She is a hairstylist in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Holla at her. I'm gonna drop her IG right there. That's her. But she hit me up and was like, yo, this is why this is happening. Boop, boop, boop. Gave me a little onesie twosie, and now I'm back in the groove. So I'm gonna pass that on today because I'm working on a new unit. And you know, we're gonna have it looking like Scalpiana. Okay, this featured unit tonight or today that I'm wearing is the Ivory unit. She is a two-tone cinnamon brown highlight low light unit made with Touch by Ty body wave hair. And I colored her. This is a custom color using bleach. This is not a box color. This is not a dye. Okay, this is a two-color process that I use. Did I say that right? Anyway, I bleached it twice. Whatever that is, right? Yeah, to get the highlights and the lowlights in it. Boom, bam, bam. And she is available on Touch by Ty Hair Co. So enough of me yapping. Let's get into this tutorial. Boom, boom. So today, guys, I will be working with a 7x7 closure. Here featured in this frame, you will see everything that I use. A little rubber spatula, my brush. I did lighten with BW2 bleaching powder and 30 volume developer. Also, you'll need a piece of aluminum foil. You're also going to need something to cover you up because this product is very strong and you need to protect yourself. Okay? This was some leftover powder that I had here. You didn't see gloves, I think, in the first frame, so you're definitely going to need your gloves. Okay. Make sure you get the, I like the powder-free gloves. No biggie. But I like to use those. Anything that you are comfortable with is good for you to use. Now, the measurement ratio for this is just kind of eyeballing it. You start with your blank canvas, which is your closure or frontal, whatever it is that you're using. And I just like to wet mine and slick it back, the top of it back a little bit, so I can ensure that I see where I'm starting at so that I'm not unnecessarily bleaching the lace. So let's get back into the ratio. The ratio for this consistency is kind of awkward. You kind of have to eyeball it. It's hard for me to tell you, but with me recording, I try to make it as simple as possible for somebody that's brand new. I know y'all can hear my bed and everything in the background, but disregard, I'm walking around while I'm doing this voiceover. But I think I started by using 1 scoop or maybe 2 scoops because it depends on the size of closure that you're using. Here I'm using a 7x7, so I'm going to use a little bit more product than what I would use if I was doing a 4x4 or a 5x5. This is a huge closeout piece, 7x7. So it was just like basically the same amount of product that I would use for a frontal. So I started off with, I think, 1 cap, and then you see me taking the top of the developer bottle and using that to pour the developer. And you're gonna see why I'm slowly adding developer. You do not want the consistency for this to be too loose, or you will get what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. The bleach will seep through the knots and get onto the hair. We don't want that. So we want to add developer extremely slow throughout this process. Here, I'm mixing it. It's really clumpy. So now I see, okay, I need more developer. And I recommend, if you're just starting out, using this process because you don't want to waste product because product costs money, okay? And you don't want to mess up your consistency, okay? So it's starting to look like something here. But now I realize that I do not have enough product to cover this huge closure. So I'm going in and I'm going to add more powder and then more developer because I need more mixture to add onto this. But this is the consistency that you want. Something like a frosting. I want to say like a frosting, because frosting would be perfect. Just like frosting. Not super, super thick, like mashed potatoes, but you want it like a frosting consistency. I go in, I fill up my scooper again. I'm going to take out just enough of what I need, not the whole scoop. I'll probably tap it out because that's normally what I do. Grab my another scoop and I use maybe about 3/4 of that scoop. And then I go back in using my 30 volume developer, the cap full, and I add it slowly, pouring from the bottle. You done poured too much out and you would have messed up your consistency, and now you have to go back in and add more powder, and then it's going to result in a waste of extra product, and you don't want to do that. I'm all about saving money, cutting costs, okay? So I'm stirring until I get the consistency that I now need. Be sure to get all your lumps and clumps out, okay? You want this mixture to be smooth, okay? And I like the way that looks. That looks good. I'm just making sure I get... I want to use all my product. I'm cheapo, okay? I need every scrap, okay? It's like cleaning the cake bowl, baby. I'm going to use all my goodies. Now, here I did show you guys where I could have blanked this part out, but it's so important that when you finish with any type of chemical that you remove it from your workstation. When I was doing this a while ago, y'all, so eager, so busy, ended up knocking over a whole bottle of developer, a whole container of bleaching powder, and I was pissed. So make sure you put your tops on your stuff or remove it completely from your workstation. All right? So me, I like to start from the front, okay? You could use the brush. It's up to you. I already had the spatula, little rubber thingy that I like to use. Just like coating or putting icing on a cake, okay? And as you can see, I started from the front because I like to ensure that my hairline is completely covered in this mixture, bleaching mixture. Now, you don't have to lay it on thick, okay? Like, it doesn't have to be really thick. You just want enough coverage to cover the knots. All right, you don't want to see any knots seeping through. You want the knots to be white, and start from the front, work your way back, whatever fits for you. Some people like to start from the back, work their way front. As you can see, I don't know if I mentioned that I had foil, but you're going to need a piece of foil for this process. And in just a second, you're going to see why. I get my foil from the Dollar Tree. It's $1. It's already cut in squares. Do not buy that high beauty supply store foil. It's not worth it. You can go to a dollar store. And I just cover it all the way going back. Cover up all my parting space. Nice and even. And then when I tell you I use all my product, I don't play. I've gotten really good at eyeballing because I've been doing it for like 3 months now. So I've gotten really a whole lot better at eyeballing. But y'all, when I first started, I used to waste so much product. Oh my God. So it's just ridiculous. You don't want to do that, okay? As you can see, you'll see where the bleaching mixture comes up slightly in front of my hairline, and that's how you want it, nice and smooth. And I'm gonna lay it on the foil. Now, the purpose of laying it on the foil is just like when you're doing highlights, why highlights are wrapped in foil. It's to speed up that heat chemical reaction, okay? You wanna create that chemical reaction that's gonna cause the chemical to work a little bit faster. And I left it for 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna come back and check it. Okay, guys, now I'm back. Here, I'm combing everything back because I'm gonna part, right? And I'm gonna see, I had to move my little cocktail over to the side, child, and see where I'm at in the bleaching process. You wanna get it to the point where you don't see any black knots. So, I don't know if you guys can see, but there is still some black looking specks in there, and that is not what I want. So that lets me know that my closure is not ready. I'm going to check not just that spot, but a few other spots to ensure that it's kind of processing the same way throughout, because you don't want one piece to over process and one piece of the closure barely processes. So I'm checking to see, and it's looked like it's processing pretty evenly. So I'm gonna leave it for like another 15 minutes. Okay, angels, I'm back. Now let's check. Let's see what we got. Same thing. Taking your time, no rush. Parting it open, and looking throughout all of my parting space, and I don't see any black, and this is what I want. I think I zoomed in and showed you guys so that you could see. It was really difficult to lift it on this foil, but I want to be able to see no black down in the roots of my hair. Okay, no black in the roots. That's what you want. That's how you know that those knots are bleached and they are good to go. Oh yeah, I did show y'all. Okay, cool. No black. You can actually see the blonde. You can actually see the blonde at the roots, and that's what you want, because you want that thing to be looking like it's coming out the scalp. It's coming out the scalp. Ooh, ooh. Not bad, y'all. But anyway, yeah, that's what you want. And you want that all the way through. All the way through your frontal, all the way through your closure. No black. You'll actually be able to see the blonde at the root. And that's what you want, because we giving scalpiana. Yeah, I get so excited when I learn something new and I'm able to pass it on. That's why I started this YouTube, so that I can help somebody the way the people help me, paying it forward, you know? But that's what you want. Now it is time to rinse and tone, baby. So I moved into my kitchen where I wash. I've removed the foil. And when you remove the foil, you'll be able to see like that brown, it's kind of going to be like a burnt orange looking color on the inside of your closure or frontal. And that's what you want. That's how you want it to look. Rinse that out. Make sure, y'all, another lesson that I've learned, make sure that you rinsing the product out of your hair good. Because you don't want to leave chemical in your hair. Because when you go to style your hair, that chemical will still be in there and you'll be able to see that residue, and you don't want that. Lesson learned. So just take your time. I use lukewarm to hot to touch water. I don't really like to wash anything that's not hot. The only time I use cool water or warm water is when I'm conditioning. So here I'm going to check it, make sure that all the product is out. Now you see, look at that. I ain't even toned the knots. My bad, y'all. I had a call come through. But anywho, let's get back into it. I didn't even tint this lace. I haven't toned the knots, and it is giving you scalpiana. Okay? And that's what you want. That's how you want it to look. I'm also checking to make sure that I washed all the product out, breaking open the hair. But bye-bye. Hey, bye-bye. Hey, bye-bye. Hey, bye-bye. Two-lid. Giving you scalp. Okay? And this is how you want your closure or frontal to look before you even tone the knots. And when I say tone the knots, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about here. Look at that. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Scalp. Looks like it's coming out of my arm. Bam. Tell them Ty taught you, baby. But anyway, moving on. Next step, we're going to, y'all see I'm excited. We're going to tone the knots. Toning the knots is basically getting rid of all that brassy, orangey, burnt orange brown. Okay? And then you use shimmer lights or any of the purple shampoos. It doesn't have to be shimmer lights. I'm an old school girl. I use shimmer lights. That's what I know. Ion also makes a purple shampoo that's really, really good. I use that too. Shimmer lights is really, really pigmented. So just got to be careful with it. But you're going to saturate and basically wash that lace. You're going to wash that lace with this purple shampoo, ensuring that you get it all over the knots, and you're going to let it sit for about 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, now I'm back. And my baby's tone, as you can see, it's not as orangey as it was, and that's really what you want. And you're going to be able to see the difference in that process and how much more natural it takes that orange and brassy brown off, because your scalp really don't look like that. You know what I'm saying? And once I put this on my arm this time, you guys will definitely see what it is that I'm talking about. Rinsing. Right here, you're not going to see me condition or shampoo, because I went back and I added this closure onto a wig that I made. Look at that. All that brassiness is gone. Really neutral looking. As you can see when I hold it up, it's clear. No orange. Real scalp. Giving me real scalp vibes. Giving you, yes, hunty, you just bleached and toned the heck out of me. I'm going to look like I'm coming out your scalp. Boo-boo. That look like that's coming out my arm, y'all. Look at that. Scalpiana. Okay. Off camera, like I was telling you, I created a unit that I dyed black that I'm still working on right now, child. I did tint this lace, okay? I did go and tint this lace because it's a transparent lace, but baby, look at that. Boom. Looks like it is coming out of my hair. It looks like it's coming out of my, did I say coming out of my hair? Lord. Look like it's coming out of my head. Jesus Christ. It is plucked. I did go in and do a little plucking. If you guys want a tutorial on how to do plucking, find somebody else, because I'm still learning how to pluck myself. I have to perfect it before I can do a tutorial on it. I'm just keeping it real. But baby, get into the scalp. Get into the scalp. And y'all, I do not even have a cap on under here. My hair is under here. And it's still looking like scalp. If you want to know how I tint my lace, let me know in the comment section. I will drop a video on how I create my own lace tint, because I do create my lace tint in-house. Check it. No ball cap method, no nothing. Ooh, I need to wash my hair. Anyway, no makeup. I did not take this with makeup. Okay, this is hair tint. And boom. Coming out of the scalp, baby. Coming out of the scalp, honey. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.